In my school, we had to go to speech class. I'm sure it's still true today, but this is a story about speech class. My parents told me that speech was important and language was important for my future, and I said okay, that I would go ahead and try. But I thought it was a waste of time. In speech class, everyone did okay except for this one poor little boy. It was such a waste of his time. We felt so bad for him. The whole class went, and he had to go with us, and his name is Woody. Woody was a real farm boy with cute blonde hair and overalls, but when it came to speech class, he did an awful job. Now, this is the way the speech teacher used to sit. She'd spread her legs real wide, and we'd stand between her knees, and then she'd close us in on this vice grip. We couldn't move our hands so that we couldn't sign. It was a very, very clever tactic. And she would say, "Good morning," and she didn't mean to, but she'd spit at us, and we'd have all this spit in our eyes. Every time she said something, at least one droplet of spit would hit us in the face, and we wanted goggles with little windshield wipers, but they hadn't invented them back then. So she'd say, "Good morning," and I'd say it back. What I should have done was spit right back at her, but I was a good little girl. So I'd say, "Good morning," and we would go back to and I would just be working up a sweat, and we'd have to work on words like cow and dog and pig, and she'd, no, honey, cuh. And then I would see the dreaded tongue depressor. When I was a little girl, that tongue depressor looked like a 2x4, and I would see it coming at my mouth, and she would put it on my tongue and tickle those tonsils, and she wanted me to produce a K sound. Instead, I felt like I was about to produce my breakfast on her lap. I did what I could. She would take the tongue depressor out. My eyes would be watering and bulging out of my face. I was sweating. To this day, a doctor cannot put a tongue depressor in my mouth. I've explained it's because of speech class, and so we just figure out how he can look back there without the tongue depressor, but never mind that. So we would go to speech class, and poor Woody, he struggled, and one day he got the advice that he should eat garlic. And he went home and he said to his mom and dad, "Can I have some garlic?" And they gave him a huge amount of garlic. And he said, "I have to eat 3 a day." And he would eat 3 cloves a day. He'd have to spit out the little skins, but he'd chew on them. It was a hard thing to chew first thing in the morning. It was 7 o'clock in the morning when he was chewing on this garlic. Well, we had speech class a little after 8, and Woody was first. She would clamp him in that vice grip and say, "Good morning, Woody." And he came out with a gust of garlic, so that she had to take him out from between her knees and step him back a step. And she did it again. "Good morning, Woody." And he blasted her with another wave of garlic. Well, at 8 o'clock in the morning, a good blast of garlic can go a long way. Well, she kept backing him up and kept saying, "Good morning, Woody," and he kept breathing at her. Well, finally, it was either the garlic or her breakfast. I had never seen the teacher look so green before in my life. He was excused. All the other children were so upset. "That's not fair." Woody never had to go, and he ate garlic every single day. He had a 9-month supply of garlic, and he never had to go to speech class, but the rest of us did. We thought if we all ate garlic, she'd see it was a conspiracy, so we didn't do it. It was torture.